So bluefish tend to have a bad reputation. Some people love them, some people hate them, but here at Right Angler, our team absolutely loves them. Today we're going to show you how you can go out and have an absolute blast catching a fish that can be good table fare and use some soft plastics to create an epic jig bite. Let's get into the action with our host, Aaron Benzrihem. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of our Right Angler How-To series. I am your host, as usual, Aaron Benzrihem. Some of you guys might know me from my YouTube channel, A Benz Fishing, or as a writer and contributor for large magazines such as the Florida Sportsman or Saltwater Sportsman magazine. Today I am out here on my own, and I am one of the few that was willing to brave this shivering cold weather that we have down here in Florida. The air temperature is 58 degrees, and we have a very strong north wind that is blowing more cold air right at me. But it's a nice night, and the winds are starting to die. So we're gonna catch the tail end of that cold front, and we're searching for bluefish. Bluefish are some of the coolest and most underrated species that you can catch in the great state of Florida, and particularly inshore. They can be great table fare if prepared correctly. They can offer you a ferocious fight, a ferocious bite, and they can be found in cold water where other species that you might target in Florida are not going to be hanging out. That is because these fish can be found almost everywhere in the entire world, along the whole northeastern United States and Australia and the Caribbean. Pretty much everywhere you go, you can find a bluefish. They are some of my favorite fish to catch and cook, surprisingly. So today we're going to be trying to catch them on our Red Eyed Jig box jig heads paired with our Charlie's twitch and shad, the usual and something that every single fisherman should keep in their tackle box at all times. So let's do this. Let's see if we can get some fish on the boat. I'm gonna shut up and stop talking because you guys hate when I ramble on, and hey, maybe we'll cook one. All right, so setup for the day is this dark matter psychedelic inshore 7-foot. This is a 1/2 ounce to 1.5 ounce rod. It's basically your do-it-all with Axum 4.0. We have this red-eyed 1 ounce jig head out of our jig head box by Right Angler with this Charlie's gold and white twitch and shad. And we're gonna be casting up current and letting it sink. It's very deep here. So we're in this little channel and it's 14 feet deep. We're gonna have to sift through some ladyfish today. Just had a hit right there, because there are a lot of ladies out here, and the ladies love the twitch and shad. And while that could be a ton of family fun, especially if you're with kids, it can be very annoying when you're targeting a specific fish, because they just they are ferocious. They're ferocious little guys, girls, ladyfish. But yeah, you just gotta weed through them. My unit is loaded with stuff. We've got some insane water clarity, which can also pose an issue because, I mean, it's just very clear water, so it can be very difficult to convince a fish to eat in such perfect water. So we had a few fish eat up over here. I'm just casting it, guys, and letting it sink. Keep the rod tip up when you do this so that you can feel it. You can feel a plop when it hits the bottom. Plop. Plop, 1, 2, 3. Plop, 1, 2, 3. Plop, 1, 2, 3. So why do I jig 3 times with the twitch and shad and with bluefish? You want a really erratic, fast presentation. And the twitch and shad has such a loose bottom tail. There we go. Got that one on the drop. That you just want to twitch it really hard to get these fish to just want to eat it quickly. They'll either hit it on the drop, or they're gonna hit it they're either gonna hit it on the drop, or they're going to hit it on those aggressive twitches. This is not the target species, so this is a blue runner, and great species, fun species, but different than a bluefish. So a lot of people think they're the same. They are not the same. And yeah, the blue runners don't get quite as big. These are great offshore baits. Great offshore baits. Tons of stuff in the deep blue will eat a blue runner. So we just had some big stuff come directly underneath the boat. I can see it on my unit. Big stuff. Those are the bluefish. I'll zoom in on that. See them sitting right at the bottom. Those are the blues. But with any fast moving species like a bluefish or blue runner or jack crevalle, yellow jack, I like to switch it erratically. Even a snook, you're almost doing like a vertical snap jigging technique on a regular cast. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a blue. Didn't follow it up. Bluefish have tails, so while soft plastics, in my opinion, is the most effective method to getting them to eat, you also have to be prepared for the fact that you're going to cycle through quite a fair amount of soft plastics, because, I mean, they'll break you off too. You'll break off. A lot of people will tip their leader with steel. I don't think that's necessary. I very seldom break off. You know, out of every 10 bluefish I get, maybe 1 or 2, so 10-20% of the time. But yeah, I mean, they have teeth. Do not lip a bluefish. That'll be a bad day. There we go. That was a good hit. Let's see what this is. Hopefully not a lady. This colder weather, I think, would push the ladies out. Hopefully it's not another blue runner. It's a blue runner, I can just tell. Blue runners fight so hard. No, it's a bluefish. Here it is, here it is. Here's our first bluefish. Boat flipper. Good fish, too. So this is about a 3 to 4 pound bluefish, and I'm going to try to show you their teeth. They do not like to open their mouths, but that's a bluefish. We're going to let this one go, and if we get some more, we might keep one. All right, so we have re-rigged another Charlie's. I think some of these blues might be underneath this boat, so we're going to fish this boat a little bit. Oh, there we go. Fish on. All the way over there by the dock. Oh, and it's a blue. This is our keeper if we can get her in. Perfect size. They always dig closer to the boat. Yeah, that's a good blue. Oh no, that's a ladyfish. See? That's a good ladyfish. Wow. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? That was insane. That was a big ladyfish. That was like a 25-30 inch ladyfish. Fun. Not what we're after. I don't like them. There's very few fish that I don't like, but ladyfish is one of them. So even though the bluefish will break you off if they can touch your line with their teeth, I still like to use, I recommend a 40 to 60 pound test leader if you're not going to go with steel. Now, why do I recommend that? They have tiny, tiny, tiny scales that come off extremely easily. If you ever handled a bluefish, you know that the minute you touch those scales, they start to come off. And so the reason that it's not good to use lighter line is because as you fight them, as the line turns and rubs all those scales off, believe it or not, they fray. In my experience, bluefish fray you almost as badly as like a common snook, which fray you a lot. So because of that, I personally like to use a little bit heavier line. And yeah, I just find that, you know, with that fray, it's just the best course of action to reduce the risk of getting broken off. Horrible cast, Aaron. Watch me get one on this cast. Just had to tap. Probably a little blue runner. You could tell when you get good at jigging, kind of like an idea of what you have, because the ladyfish and the blue runners tend to peck at the bait before they just destroy it, whereas the bluefish, it's a pretty significant thump. You know, they'll get on it and they're gonna just destroy it. I think they're hiding near those pipes. Please be the bluefish. Oh my gosh. That is a giant ladyfish, dude. Look at the size of this ladyfish, guys. This is like an 8 to 10 pound ladyfish. Is it a lady? Am I getting worked by a ladyfish? Yeah, dude, that's a ladyfish. That is a humongous ladyfish. It's not even foul hooked. Dude, what in the heck is happening here? Listen, y'all, I hate ladyfish, but that's a freaking 6 pound ladyfish. Are you kidding me? Going back. Unfortunately, the bite kind of died down for me, so I went back the next day with a good buddy of mine doing the exact same thing, throwing that weighted jig head out of the Right Angler Red Eyed Jig head kit with a Charlie's twitch and shad, and we were able to produce some good fish. Check out this catch. Yeah, they're right by us. They're probably sitting in these rips. Like, there's a little rip right there, and then right up there by that red buoy that looks so juicy. Let's try a short cast. Move up. You getting hit back there? There's a fish.
That's why I got the last one, so I'm just trying the back of you.
There's a fish. That is a tiny fish. I just got hit right here too. There we go. Woo. That's a blue. There we go. Switch to the twitch and shad. We got the target species. It's a good one too. It's a really good one. Oh no, it's not. They just go hard in the current. We suck. Me and Nate have been like, that's a good one, that's a good one. This is like fighting crazy. What are we gonna do when we get our 10, 12 pounder? Who eats bluefish? Please comment below, because I haven't ate one in years and I'm by no means a good chef. And so because of that, I'm timid. I don't want to keep one. Okay.
This topic for the people that call. Chef you up from here.
Come on. Woo. Should I retie? I'm not that afraid, right?
Not that bad.
Rod, you could do what I'm doing with and actually do it right. Got something. Not nearly as big as what that was. That's a blue. That's a blue. Is there a shark on it? That's a decent blue. Don't break me off. God, they go so hard, huh? Look at that. I guess I could cook this guy. It's the perfect size. We decided to take this guy home, and I actually filmed a catch and cook for my Instagram, Ben's Fishing. After I took him home, I used none other than the Right Angler fillet knife kit to fillet this guy up. And you know what? I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to show you the video from my personal Instagram. Check out this 1-minute catch and cook. And as usual, thanks so much for tuning into this video. Please subscribe for more. We're going to make a trash fish sandwich today. So first we got to go and catch one, clean it, cook it, and see how it tastes. Species acquired, we immediately had to put it on ice, bleed it, and then go home and clean it. You want to do a good job cleaning it because they have really thick bloodlines. Right here is the finished product. Got rid of all that bloodline and it looks good. Now we got our ingredients. Some bread, panko, lettuce, onions. We're going to throw that Dano seasoning into the plain panko breadcrumbs. That seasoning is the heart of this dish. Mix it up until you can't tell the difference between the breadcrumbs and the seasoning. Get some eggs, whisk them up, throw our bluefish into those eggs so that that panko sticks to them nice and good and we get a good crust over them. We're going to take them, drop them in some oil on medium to high heat, do about 4 to 5 minutes per side, depending on how big that fish was. Put these beautiful sliders together and taste. I can confidently say that this is not a trash fish. Thanks to the Dano seasoning, this bluefish tasted amazing. So go and catch some.